Hey Graham, how's it going, man?
Hey, Lewis. No intro?
The intro is "Hey Graham, how are you?"
You
I
always
feel
hit me
like
with
that's
the you
important.
always hit me with the yo.
Yo, what's going on? It's another video today. No, it's Wednesday, March
Yeah,
26th.
it's March.
Almost got you. April Fool. Oh, any April Fools jokes planned?
We'll
Oh,
see. We'll see.
I got some good ones. I got some good ones. Long basketball weekend after our really good March Madness preview. Well, I mean, it was pretty chalky. We can go over it. What we think, all of our hot takes, how they do, how our brackets are looking.
Mm.
Ton of NFL news, ton of NBA. Not a ton of barely any NBA news. MLB opening day is tomorrow.
Yeah, you're hype, right? You knew that until I put it in the doc.
No, I told you that. I literally
Yeah,
said I did. And then special segment.
yeah.
NFL a draft. So we're gonna try and do this every week, once every
I
two
think every week.
weeks. A draft of random things, not even necessarily sports related, but this week we're gonna start with the best NFL team comprised of NBA players, current NBA players, right? You didn't do any former. All right. Yeah, and then we're not gonna do like a whole fucking offense and defense. We're only gonna do offense, skill positions, so quarterback, running back, tight end, and wide receivers. That'll be last. Let's start with basketball. March Madness basketball it is.
Mm.
This weekend, it was pretty chalky, huh? Not a ton of upsets. All the one seeds went through pretty much with no issue at all. The only
Yeah,
two seed that lost was St. John's, which fucked over my bracket bad.
yeah. Thanks for
Um,
that, by the way.
dude, I gave you the stat that the only two teams to make the Final Four were that shot 30% from three was Rick Pitino's two Louisville teams. I
But
didn't tell you what to do with that information.
you forgot to include that. Uh, Also, if the best player on the team shoots 2 for 18 and gets benched in the fourth quarter, you didn't include that part in the stat.
Wow, dude,
I mean, that's gotta have happened at some point.
that's an implied statistic. Dude, I mean that was crazy. But yeah, let's start with that game.
Yeah, I actually did watch that game, so we can talk about it. That was, I mean,
Thank
I think
God.
that was like the nightmare scenario for St. John's, right? Because like if you go down,
I'm sure
and
if you're a
down
St.
by,
John's fan, the whole year you're praying that this doesn't happen because you've seen it probably happen a couple times this season.
yeah, because you're down by like 8, and you're playing. They were playing well in the second half. Like they outplayed Arkansas, I would say, for at least the first half of the second half. And but then like they needed a big shot, and they just couldn't hit it the whole game. And I don't know what they ended up shooting from three. I could take a look at that in a minute. But
You know
like
how many? Whoa, here I'll
they just
bring it
couldn't
up.
hit one. Yeah.
I mean, it's just a crazy statistical
Oh my god,
game,
it's even worse than
both
I thought it
sides.
was.
Yeah, do you see how many threes were made
Yes, I do. There
between
was
the two
just
teams?
for context, Arkansas was 2 for 19 from three,
Yeah,
and St. John's was 2 for 22.
yeah. That's crazy, dude. That's what, like 8% from three in a 2025 college basketball game. That's crazy.
I mean, St. John's
Um,
shot 28% from the field. Jeez,
that's
I mean
awesome.
it looks worse every time. The longer I look at it, but yeah, I mean, it's still. I mean, it's obviously an incredible season for them. Like they had no expectations like this, and well, Patino doesn't exactly stick around at places for that long in his
He's
long
also fucking
history.
like 80.
So I don't know if it's going to be like this is the start of something. When like what happens if insert blue blood comes to him with a job offer of $20 million a year? Like you just don't know what's going to happen. He's been unpredictable. He's left places in the past, but this feels like a little different because it's kind of like it's like the revitalized part of his career. So maybe he feels more like passionate about staying. I hope he stays in the long term. Obviously, he's there next year and all that stuff.
What do you mean? What do you hope? What do you care?
I mean, I just think it's cool. Like I think it's cool that I don't know. There's a lot of like St. John's fans. It seems like, and
There are.
have risen from the woodworks.
I mean, yeah, he belongs in the Big East for sure. Like Rick
Yeah, well,
Pitino.
is that
Huh?
Nova job still open?
No, his. Well, did you see his son is going to?
I thought that was like a fake report, but
Oh, it wasn't it? That fucking dude is the new era
you
of
got cracked. You
ball
got cracked.
sacked. Yeah, I got fucking sacked, dude. I get sacked all the time. Obviously, it was cool. Cal versus Patino,
Yeah,
and
so,
they just pretend that they don't care, that they don't hate each other. Dude, I know how much you guys hate each other. Come on. Other big games, Drake lost, but doesn't matter.
You got your boy Bennett coming over.
Yeah, and Ben McCollum. Colorado State, RIP, lost. And I was excited because I'm moving to Colorado that I would be able to have a good basketball program. No, University of Minnesota snatched the coach.
Yeah.
Oh my God, a little bit of fucking info for you. Are
I
you
know
about
what you're
to
gonna say, yeah.
You know where he coached after he graduated immediately from the University of Minnesota? McAllister College as an assistant
That's
coach.
super cool. I mean, that's like an insane path to think about. And maybe shout out Gabby Ramos PR. Maybe he'll be the next McAllister assistant to be a head D1 coach at some point.
Yeah. No, but he's a good coach. Like, it's a good get for him.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's from Minneapolis. He's from Roseville, I think, actually. But shout out him.
They need
getting a job. Yeah. They competed well. Maryland, people are still saying Maryland's good. I don't know, man. I mean, I did think Colorado State was good. Maryland needed a buzzer beater. Was it a travel, by the way?
I don't know. I think I saw a couple people talk about it. I think that they were saying that, like, based on the explicit rule that was stated, like, it's not a travel.
Was.
I mean, watching it was not. But, like, watching it.
Wait, I thought the explicit rule is that there's no gather in college basketball.
I saw someone else say whatever.
Oh, okay.
Who knows? But yeah, I mean, I don't really care that they didn't call it. I just think that, like, they shouldn't really call it.
Yeah.
And it was a sick shot too. So
yeah,
that guy's gonna be good.
Yeah. What do you think about the baggy long sleeves?
I like it. I think it. I mean,
I do too. I don't hate it.
Different. There's one guy in the NBA who does that, and I can't remember who. Brandon Ingram, someone. I don't know. I couldn't think about it. No, Ingram goes sleeveless. I don't know. I'll come up with it later.
Do it one time.
He had the one long sleeve on the one arm once, but that was like a tight sleeve. I don't know. I'll come up with it later.
Florida UConn, good game. Dan Hurley is the man.
Yeah.
What are the storylines from this? The guy, what even is his position in UConn? Who is currently getting reamed out because he addressed the media and a bunch of journalists and said, delete that video or I'll fucking kill you. Did you see this?
I did see this, yeah.
That is not that guy. As a guy who employs Danny Hurley, your stance probably shouldn't be more aggressive than Danny Hurley's as a guy who's supposed to be a PR guy.
Yeah.
So I just don't know why he has a job at where he works. Because I don't hate I'll die on this hill that Dan Hurley is good for the sport of college basketball.
Yeah, well, I don't understand why people why don't people like him? Is it just because he's like loud? I don't know. Like,
because
I feel like I would love to have him as my coach. Like,
they just think he's a crybaby.
I don't think he speaks his mind, but yeah, I know.
A good point was made that I was listening to the other day. Like, sportsmanship stops when you like finish Little League. You don't get points for sportsmanship anymore. I don't know why people care and pretend class is such an important thing, like Coach K or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, like, I know this is an irrelevant example, but like last night at the end of the Knicks game, we were up by like 30, and Tyler Kolek had 9 assists, and he was like, in the last 2 minutes, he was just like shot hunting for his teammates. We were up by 30, and Walt Frazier is obviously one of our commentators, and he was just like, basically, like, I don't like what he's doing. Like, you should show more sportsmanship in this. I'm like, the dude is playing like his 20th career NBA game. He's got 9 assists, career high. He's looking for 10. Like, I think that's like fine. Like,
yeah,
they should be down by 30 if they want to be mad about that.
Yeah, and also, sore losers are usually sore losers because they usually win.
Yes.
So, whatever. Yeah, I guess that's UConn. Shout out Florida. They're super good. I don't think the whistle was as bad as Dan Hurley made it out to be, like, shocking. Dan Hurley overreacted about something. Michigan State beat New Mexico. Boring-ass game. Iowa State lost to Ole Miss. Shout out fucking Iowa State. Choking again. I love that.
They get me every year.
Dude, I really did. I had them going, I think, to Elite Eight at least.
I think me too.
But I'm happy they didn't. I heard a stupid take that the coach, TJ Otzelberger, like, he's hot seat now. I don't think in any stretch of the imagination.
They're one of the most consistently overperforming teams every year.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't they like top 10 preseason.
Yeah, they almost beat Auburn in the Maui, but
Yeah,
yeah.
but like I don't know, like being top 10 preseason and ending up as a 3 seed, that's not like a disappointing season necessarily. Like
I think one of the benchmarks for a successful NCAA basketball season is getting into the second weekend,
yeah,
and
I
he's
agree.
struggled to do that.
Yeah,
But still, I agree. I don't think he should be hot seat at all. Auburn, Michigan. Auburn won. Michigan. I feel like that's the most boring um, region.
yeah,
Duke beat Baylor. Obviously, Arizona beat. Oh wait, still boring. BYU, Alabama. This is gonna be a good ass game.
yeah. I think that BYU like can they have a third straight game of hot shooting? Probably not. I was at the Nashville SC MLS game on Saturday night watching the Wisconsin BYU game on my phone, and like basically every single time I looked down, it was just like BYU making the three to like extend the lead from 5 to 8 or from 6 to 9 or from 4 to 7, and I just like feel like they have a cold shooting game coming. We'll see if that happens. Um, Alabama doesn't exactly play the most stifling defense though, so it's possible that doesn't really happen.
Yeah, we'll see. They're favored 5.5. Bama is. Houston, Purdue. I think Houston wins this game by double digits.
A lot, yeah.
Kentucky, Tennessee. That is a game that pops out on the ESPN app. Like two blue bloods going out of Sweet 16. That'll be sick.
Tennessee played well. I mean, I know their defense has been amazing all season, but still, like holding UCLA under 60 points. I watched that game. That was really impressive, and like their offense just doesn't really do it for me. And I'm worried that when they do play a team that can put up 80 or 75 on them, they're going to lose. But for right now, their defense has been as good as anyone else in the country, and I think that they, for that reason, like have a chance to beat anyone. But we'll see if like come crunch time of a high-scoring game, they have enough offense. I like them though. I think they've been playing really well right now, and I could definitely see them getting to the Final Four.
I also like them, but not because of the way they've played in the tournament. Honestly, I'm pretty low on UCLA.
Yeah.
I do have Tennessee in the Final Four. I don't know if they would beat Houston, but them and like Purdue. Purdue's beat High Point and McNeese,
Purdue's
and
trash.
people are still talking about Matt Payne like he's underrated or something.
They're gonna get absolutely blown out. Purdue, I think.
I did too. Anything else? March Madness? Oh, just one other point that I have. Not everyone. Some people are complaining that it's been very chalky this tournament. I agree. I just think with NIL, probably the best teams are going to get the best players consistently, and there's not going to be as many St. Peter's or whatever. But once you get to the second weekend, that's just fine. You don't want to see, I don't know, what's happened to St. Peter's in the Elite Eight. Like, you don't want to see those games. You want to see the best. You want to see Kentucky versus Tennessee. You want to see, hopefully in the next round, Duke versus Alabama or whoever, or BYU. But you want to see the best teams play each other to get into the Final Four, so I don't hate that it ends up being chalky once every couple of years.
Yeah,
even if this ends up being the status quo with NIL.
My counter would be that like we have seen like almost every year in the past decade or so, like a double-digit seed get to the Final Four. So I don't think that it's necessarily like I mean, I'm looking at it right now. We had NC State last year, 2023, 15 seed. That's not true. 15 seed didn't make the Final Four. This is in Sweet 16. Sorry, but so 2023 there was no one. In 2022 we had Iowa State and Michigan. Oh wait, no, sorry. Ignore me. This is the wrong thing. But we had Miami 10 seed and St. Peter's 15 seed in the Elite Eight. In 2021, we had UCLA 11 seed in the Final Four. We had 12 seed Oregon State in the Elite Eight. So I think the concept of like all these.
But then they get blown out.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. As someone who doesn't watch college basketball year round, I am more likely to tune in to like St. Peter's on a big run going up against a three seed in the third round than I am gonna like tune into, I don't know, Houston and Purdue on Friday. Like, I'm not going to watch that game.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I know that like I'm not exactly like the college super fan.
No, that's fair.
I
that's
also
fair.
know that they are more exciting, and it's not like we haven't seen these teams go on runs before. Like, we did see these high seeds make it, and I mean, like, what was it? FAU was like an 8 or 9 seed, right? They made the Final Four. Like, we do see these teams keep the momentum rolling. St. Peter's, they were never getting the Final Four, obviously, but the more like 8, 9, 10, 11 seeds, like that can totally happen for them to get hot. And we just like, I mean, I guess we have Arkansas, but we don't really have that as much this year.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Isn't like Coach Cal is the Cinderella of this year?
Exactly.
That's so funny to me.
Coach Cal and like BYU.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a fair point. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm more gearing up for just a complete chalk Elite
Yeah.
Eight, which would be electric.
I mean, the
With
quality of
like,
basketball would just be so high.
yeah, like Tennessee versus Houston, that'll be sick. Duke versus Bama or BYU, sick.
Yeah.
Izzo versus
Yeah. I
Bruce
mean,
Pearl's Auburn. Like his all seems cool to me. But yeah, I can see what you're saying. There, it does. It is a little bit. Maybe have one. Yeah, have
yeah.
one
And I
team
also
who
think
can
that, like,
go.
even regardless of the Cinderella, like, people, like, to me, the most exciting part of March Madness is the first round. And that's because, like, I get behind these random 13, 12, 14 seeds to win games. And, like, it just, like, didn't happen at all this year. And there wasn't a single game like that. Like,
There was Robert Morris was up for
yeah.
like 2 points in the second half at one point.
Like,
That's
that to
pretty much
me,
it.
it's more exciting for me to watch, like, a couple 14 seeds knock off these high seeds in the first round than it is to, like, see a couple 11 seeds get to the Elite Eight. I don't know. But that didn't even happen. I mean, neither of those things are going to happen this year. But the fact that it didn't happen with the first round was, I think, just, like, made that first round a little more disappointing. And, God, I really thought High Point was going to win.
Why?
You liked what I was
Bodo
happening there for a
Bodo?
little while. For a little while,
Because Bodo
liked what was
Bodo,
happening.
that's the only thing. Just because Bodo Bodo is electric. I know I hate the idea of using TV ratings, but apparently it's like the best rating since like the 90s or
Really?
something.
That's good.
Which it's what? Where do they get this stat?
I don't
It's
know.
the stupidest thing of all time.
And, like, if I'm watching in my house with 5 people, what are the ratings compared to if I'm
It's
watching
so
alone?
stupid. Yeah. And that's all like expected. People are gonna just make up numbers.
Yeah.
Pivot. NFL. You got your guy. Russell Wilson in New York State of Mind. Russ Wilson.
Yeah.
That sucks, dude. You could have just rode with Jameis. You're still, and you're still gonna draft Shador.
Okay, so obviously I've had a while to process. I mean, Russ happened yesterday, but Jameis happened a few days ago. Here's where I'm standing right now. I like Brian Dable, and I want him to be our coach long term. And so, to me, I think that there's a real situation here where, like, I don't think Russ is very good. I have said that I don't want Russ, and I'm still, like, I'm generally just in terms of the quarterback position in a vacuum, I'm upset that we got him. But I think that if we draft who I think we should draft and who I think we will draft, number 3, I think the team.
Travis.
Yeah, like, I think that there's a path here to win 7 or 8 games. And to say, okay, look at the progress that the roster made outside of the quarterback position. We had a Band-Aid. He played okay. He's going to play okay. He's fine. And then you see the vision to, like, keep Dable around. Now, the problem is, if we win 7 or 8 games, we're going to have the 12th pick and have no path to get any other quarterback. And so that's a difficulty. But I like that it seems like they have analyzed this quarterback class. They have, at least based on my interpretation, they definitely like Cam Ward. They don't really see a realistic path for us to trade up with an offer they want to do to get to 1. And they definitely don't like Shador Sanders enough to make this play because they're choosing Russell Wilson over him, essentially. And I trust their analysis of that quarterback class. I'm just worried that it's going to get them fired because in a year from now, they go 7-11 or whatever the numbers add up to, and they don't have enough long-term stability at the position to keep their jobs.
Yeah. I also like Dable. And I can see what you're saying. The issue is with that. It seems like Dable's handcuffed to the GM. Do you like your GM?
Yeah. Not as much as Dable.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
They're definitely together, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that they both still have jobs. No, I do like Dable, but I'm very surprised you guys didn't fire him. Also, I mean, I sent you the report, but Shefty went on to, the Pat McAfee show?
Yeah.
And said that there's still a chance that they do that?
Yeah.
Why would you guys have 3...
I don't know.
Potential
the only reason
starters.
I can see it is, like, let's say we draft Shador. Let's say Shador falls to 3 and we draft him. Let's say Russ struggles a lot for the season. Then you don't, and if Shador is, like, not ready to play right away, you don't feel the need to just, like, throw him in there. Like, you can just throw Jameis in there and keep letting Shador develop on the sidelines. But yeah, it gets messy. I don't see it happening. I still think if they have the opportunity to trade up to 1 with a package that they feel comfortable with, aka a package that doesn't include a future first round pick, I think they will and should. And they just go with those 3 quarterbacks. But other than that, I think that this is our quarterback room. I'm really excited to have Travis Hunter. Hopefully that happens. It's about as good as it gets for a 1-2 receiving duo on the outside across the entire league, besides maybe Cincinnati. Like, that is so sick. And like Russ can still push the
Is
ball.
T.
Like,
Higgins good?
yeah, I didn't think so until this year, and now I think so.
What about Addison and Jefferson?
It's good.
No, Higgins is better than Addison. What about
AJ Brown, Devonta.
yeah? But yeah,
I
that's
mean,
probably them.
yeah.
Pickens and DK.
It's up there.
It look he is. I was
It
saying
is good. That's good.
yeah.
I mean, Puka and Devonta Adams also is very high up there.
Puka and Cup last year. I guess
Yeah.
did Cup do anything?
I'd say maybe Puka and Adams is the number one. I mean, those are both probably top 10 receivers. Maybe them and Cincinnati are the only two that have like two top.
It's probably.
15 guys.
I think it's probably Cincinnati.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm happy mostly because I think that this means that we're going to get the guy that I want in the draft and not the quarterback I don't want. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm surprised. I am really surprised. That's for sure. Like, I really didn't think that we were going. I thought we were going to get Rodgers or we were going to
Yeah.
draft a quarterback. And now neither of those things seems likely to happen. And it's interesting. Like, we were
You're
quarterback
definitely
away.
bummed though.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
could have had
I
a
don't like
season of
it.
Jameis, bro. Where you win 2 games, but Jameis throws for 40 touchdowns
Triple
and
Crown.
60 interceptions.
Neighbors Triple Crown was a lock. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm pretty bummed. I don't like Russ. I don't like watching Russ. I think his personality is weird. I don't like the reports that came out of Pittsburgh about like the way the guys in the locker room like seem to to go towards Fields over him, and where a little
And
disappointed
Denver.
that Fields got benched. So I don't know. I think that I like that he's like Super Bowl winning pedigree. That he is definitely like he's a Hall of Famer, and I don't think he's like completely over the hill and cooked. I just don't really like. I don't really want to cheer for him this year. I just don't like him that much. I would have rather cheered for Jameis or even Mr. RFK.
Which is crazy because Mr. RFK.
Rodgers.
Ew, bro. No, you wouldn't have. All right, let's just No, we got to go to the second biggest news. Diggs
Yeah.
the Patriots. Crazy contract. No disrespect to Boston fans. I'm one of you for every single sport besides in the fall. I would be pissed if I signed Stephon Diggs for this much money. What does the contract say?
It is a 3-year, $66 million contract. It seems like about half of that is guaranteed money. I've been looking for most of the day. I haven't really found any like detailed information on the contract.
What was his contract with Houston?
I think he had only 1 year left when they traded for him, and they were like, "This is a contract year. If you do well, we'll keep you around." And obviously, he got hurt. So,
Yeah.
I think for me, ignoring the injury, I don't really think that 31-year-old wide receivers who don't have elite athleticism, who are switching teams for the second time in a year, are guys that I would generally want to bet on. And he's coming off of a torn ACL.
What about Tyreek?
Tyreek has elite athleticism, and it doesn't seem like he lost it. Maybe. We'll see. I mean, he might be.
No, I saw him working out with the wrist thing. Wow, credit to him, by the way, for getting in the gym and doing routes.
Yeah.
With an injured wrist. I don't know how he has that dog in him to do that. Just shout out.
Isn't he racing Noah Lyles at some point this year?
I thought that was speed.
No. Tyreek Hill's racing Noah.
I thought that was speed.
Well, get back to the pod. We'll be covering that whenever it happens.
Who do you got?
Noah. I think Tyreek
Dude,
will probably like.
Did you see how close it was to speed though?
Nah. Getting to like the 20-yard line, Tyreek will probably beat him. I think because Tyreek's obviously like made for short area.
Really?
But then, I mean, Noah's going to start just absolutely dusting him after that.
Why can Noah not? He should be faster than him in every.
It's different styles. I think Tyreek can get up to his max speed probably faster than Noah Lyles can.
What?
I don't know though. Maybe
I mean, I could see Tyreek being better at like cutting. That makes sense to me.
We'll
Although,
I mean,
dude, I saw him with a wrist brace on doing workouts. Man, it was crazy.
But yeah, I mean, like money aside, I think Diggs will help the Patriots. It's good to have like a short area target for Drake May, a guy who has any area targets right now. But the money's just crazy, and like I don't really think that Stephon Diggs is like a better player than like Keenan Allen, who's available right now, or
they should have got DK.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think they wanted to trade what it was going to cost. But yeah, I mean, he'll have like 850
Keenan
yards.
Allen.
they'll cut him after 1 or 2 years.
T. Higgins. They could.
Yeah, I don't think he was available. Maybe last year.
Wait, so is there no more receivers? Devontae?
Available? Like available right now? Devontae
Yeah.
Adams is signed with the Rams.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. They could have.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Cooper Kupp was available.
Yeah.
Deebo Samuel was available.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty underwhelming to me, but
Yeah.
I guess it was the best receiver
We'll
they
see.
could get.
I feel like he might have a crazy one because we're talking about it like it's a really shitty contract. Two, because this is the Walrus all over again.
Oh
He's
yeah,
he's a must draft. Who else do they have? He's a must draft.
yeah. You take him. I think third round about is where he should go.
What did I take Walrus? Probably first.
Probably fifth round.
Oh, brother. Yeah.
The vision was there though.
Dude, I looked at your roster.
I still believe.
You had nobody on the roster, bro. It was crazy.
Instead of being like, "Oh, the Giants just suck," we were instead just like, "Oh, we got to get the Walrus."
Yeah, the Walrus. Yeah. Also, I mean, you can't have a name like that and not draft him.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's the Pats. Let's move on. We mentioned him, Aaron Rodgers.
I mean,
He's a Steeler, right? Yeah. Oh, did you see this report?
I did, yeah.
From Breer from the.
You could have just stayed.
Yeah, I know, 2 years, but that's what the Jets will do to you. You'll just be like, oh man.
Yeah. I mean, the report, just for anyone who doesn't know, the report was that Rodgers wants a culture like similar to his Green Bay culture for his next team, which is strange considering about a year and a half ago he forced his way out of Green Bay and they didn't want to get rid of him at all.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's Rodgers, though, man.
Imagine that sliding door. Like, if they had kept Rodgers, would Love still be the backup? Would they have traded him?
Oh, man.
I mean,
Jordan Love would have been a Indianapolis Colt.
Yeah. I'm sure you guys would have handled that development well.
I don't know why you're saying being so rude. Oh, I got caught up again, though, and scrolling through Twitter. Did all my Anthony Richardson fan paraphernalia. And it's Anthony Richardson. Yeah, a jersey. Dude, I'm gonna rep it, dude. Come on now. But it's Anthony Richardson. Also, I've been looking on eBay. $40 bomber jacket. I'll send it to you later. Fucking sick.
Yeah.
I might get fitted for this fall. But it's Anthony Richardson's age compared to all these dudes. And I'm back in. Bro, he's younger than everyone, bro.
Is he younger than, like, Cam Ward?
He's the same age. Dude! I know. I just wish he stayed at Florida one more year. We would have sucked one more year. I don't know.
Yeah.
It sucks.
3 days older than Cam Ward.
Other huge quarterback signings. Ryan Tannehill might go to the Vikings. Who knew he was still a professional athlete, huh? Not me. Where was he last year? Huh?
Where was he 2 years ago?
I don't know. I just saw this report. Let's go to this report.
Yeah. Oh, okay. He played eight games for the Titans in 2023. He was horrid.
Who is there? Oh, yeah. And then Willis.
He's good.
Who's the better backup? Malik Willis or who's Bazooka Joe Milton?
Malik Willis is better.
Ooh, I don't know. Did you see Joe Milton win them a game at the end of the year?
Against the fourth stringers.
Well, yeah, he was playing with the four stringers.
If I see Bill Simmons say that Joe Milton is a good trade piece on Twitter one more time, I just might have to unfollow him.
Dude, we've talked about it. Bill Simmons does a great job of just manufacturing things to help him and his team, and people just agree with them.
I don't know if I told you about this. He keeps doing this thing on Twitter where he's, like, imploring the Giants or the Browns to draft Shedeur Sanders, and he keeps saying, like, if you don't draft Shedeur at 2 or 3, you're going to heavily regret it. I'm like, just say that you're really hoping to for Abdul Carter. Like, all you want is to not have one of those guys go top 3. And he's like, you'll regret it. I'm like, dude, how many Colorado games you watched last year?
Dude, don't you love that, though? Don't you love that?
Yeah, I love a man with an agenda.
And he just uses it for sport. That is what I wish the most rich and powerful men did with their lives, is just help their sports teams, even if it's not financially. Like, dude, Bezos could escape this supervillain arc if he just cared about sports even a little bit and just bought a team and made them the best team of all time.
Yeah, and like Bill Simmons makes a Celtics doc that like 76 people are watching.
It's
He's
so
probably
good,
losing
dude.
so much money on it,
It's so
but he doesn't care.
good. Yeah, exactly. It's so good though. Yeah, Ryan Tannehill to the Vikings. Stay
Yeah,
tuned. And then other huge
he's a legend in
news.
that. He's a legend in Nashville. Like he's a.
He should be,
They
bro.
love
He
him.
won a
They love him
playoff
here.
game.
They're the 1 seed with him.
It's you think bigger? Yeah, probably a little bit bigger than Kirko in Minnesota.
Yeah, because he was here for longer, and I think that he honestly like had more success. Plus, they really like they associated him with Derrick Henry so much. It was kind of just like the two of them running the offense. So yeah, I mean, like my Titans fan friends love him.
How excited are they for this signing? Tim Boyle.
Yeah, I already saw a poster today of him in Nashville, so that's cool.
They Grant Williams pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we. Is there anything else NFL?
I don't think so. It looks like, I mean, the Titans, it seems like they're very set on drafting Cam Ward now, which is the right pick. So that'll be interesting to watch. There also seem to be more reports about Travis Hunter potentially playing wide receiver primary, which
It
I'm
does seem like
obviously
that.
intrigued by, which I want to happen, especially if it comes to my team. So
I think the Browns are going to draft Abdul Carter.
who are the Giants going to draft?
Travis.
Okay. I can see
What-
it. I mean, I think the Browns are going to draft Shador, but
I think either way.
they're
it's-
unpredictable.
Yeah. I still don't hate Shadora. I don't hate Shadora
I
too,
know
like
you
you. Yeah, whatever. Well, we've been talking about the draft for 3 fucking months.
We will still do it.
Yeah, every single week until it happens, and then we'll start scouting Arch Manning.
Yep.
But whatever. NBA, not a ton. Dame got the BC, RIP, out indefinitely, but it sounds like he'll be back for the playoffs for the offs.
Good timing. Knicks play the Bucks on Friday, so get well soon, but not by Friday.
Whoa, listen. Personally, I would never root for an injury. I
Yeah,
always root for people to swiftly recover. So that's crazy that you said that, but okay. Oh, you wrote this. The Cavs are falling off. They've lost what, like 4 of the last 6, 5?
Yeah, they've won 2 in a row now, but before that they lost 4 in a row. I saw something about like Donovan Mitchell's stats since the All-Star break have been very down, which is just interesting. I know he like still is dominating the Celtics every time he plays you guys, but that's fine. I'm just my eyes are open. I think 2 weeks ago I was to the point where I would pick the Cavs over the Celtics in a playoff series. I don't think I'm there anymore. And maybe a 4-game stretch should not do that to me, but I just thought that they were going to be able to compete for that number 1 seed, which it looks like is sliding out of their hands. So we'll see. I don't think it really matters long term, but
it would
it's a
be
stretch
nice
I didn't expect.
It would be nice as a Celtics fan to have home court advantage in a 7-game series.
Yeah.
Always, obviously. I'm not as necessarily. I think another good advantage usually is being able to play the 4 seed instead of the 3 seed.
Yes.
No disrespect to you or Indiana, I'm not concerned. I'd be more concerned about like the Bucks, to be completely honest.
And you're not going to catch them. Like you're 5 games back, and it would take a huge thing. But it's going to be a lot closer than it seemed like throughout the entirety of the regular season.
Obviously, this is not a hot take by any stretch of the imagination, but I would give up probably the next 2 seeds just to make sure everyone is healthy and that we're still playing good basketball. In the West, OKC looks insane. The Rockets are good again. I mean, not again, but kind of.
They're going to lose first round, but yeah, they're good.
You think the Rockets? Sorry, I thought you meant the Thunder. Wait, so right now, assuming the play-in shakes out the way that it will, the Rockets would play the Clippers. Yeah, they would probably lose that. The Thunder T-Wolves. Yeah, T-Wolves don't. They did beat the Thunder a couple weeks ago.
It'd be fun.
It would be good.
It wouldn't be a sweep.
No.
I would if of all the matchups.
It'd be Thunder in 6.
Want to avoid. That's probably number 1 for them.
Out of any teams in the play-in, for sure, yeah.
Just off the way that they've played them. But yeah, I'll be interested to see. I mean, the West, the way it shakes out, also like AD is just back now, and so they could get into the play-in, and then all of a sudden, I guess they don't have Kyrie, so it's not as exciting. But
Hand up, I didn't even know that.
that he was back,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I mean the West is insane. We've been knowing that, but I probably won't watch a single game of their playoffs because I'll be too locked in on us losing in 5 to the Celtics in the second round.
So you're beating
Detroit, I believe, is our likely matchup.
There's been they've become a little bit too much of the media darling. Of everyone's like, whoa, nobody wants to see them in the first round. Like, yeah, sure, I guess.
I think it's kind of like the Magic last year where they're going to be way.
The Magic almost beat the Cavs, though. They should have if Demas didn't have whatever he had in this Game 7. But the Cavs, I think we both agree that year were not that good.
No. I would be, of all the teams that are possible for us to play against, it looks like it's most likely going to be Milwaukee or Detroit. Obviously, I'd rather play Detroit in that case. But even Indiana, I'd much rather play Detroit than either of those two teams in the first round.
I'm intrigued. So a couple of weeks ago, you came on this show and you said that you were going to bite the bullet and you acknowledged that the Cavs are going to beat the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. It sounds like you're kind of walking down that take. Where are you at?
I picked the Celtics now. Before I would have picked the Cavs, but I know when it comes down to it, regardless of what happens until that moment, I'm just going to pick the Celtics because all I can remember is us just absolutely dog walking the Cavs 2 years ago with the exact same roster they have right now, and I don't even think we were that good. And so I'm gonna pick the Celtics, and I'm honestly going to expect it to probably go 6 games at most. And I know that I consistently underrate the Cavs, and they're not the same team that they were, but that's just how I am. I'm not going to believe it with them until I've seen it. I saw it with the Celtics last year. We obviously know they'll have the best player in the series. They'll have the better coach. They'll have the better defense. They have the better home court. They have the best they have all these things that to me are the most important factors when it comes to a playoff series. So I'm gonna pick them.
Yeah.
But weirdly, I've been the last couple of weeks with Brenton out, I'm so excited for the Celtics series because not that I think we're going to win and not that I don't think it's going to be very degrading to me emotionally, but basically for the past 4 months, we've kind of known that this second round series was on deck. And I know it means more to us than it does to you guys, but I just want to see,
it's a benchmark series.
Yeah. If we get blown out, which I don't think we're going to lose in 4, probably 5 or 6 as it stands right now. I want to know what it is. I want to know what is the thing over the course of a 7-game series that we need to improve on, that we need to get better at, that our players struggle with. I just want to know what it is because this is the first year of this core for us. I'm not expecting us to win the championship right away, and I just want to see what it looks like for us in the 7-game series against what we have built our team to go up against in a way. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited to watch it. I want to see what happens. I'll delude myself into thinking we'll win the series at some point during game 1 when we go up by 3 or 4 in the second quarter or something. But I just am interested, and I'm excited to watch it.
I just thought of a bad take that I'll say at the end of the show.
Yeah. Big shocker. James Harden's coming back from his injury tonight to play against the Knicks in Madison Square Garden. I'm so surprised.
Sorry, buddy. Who are they playing? Oh, the Clippers.
Yeah.
Tatum got hurt. He's fine. It did look bad. Though I know you said on this document here, you said, why'd everyone act like he died? It did look pretty bad in the moment. Dude, as a guy who breaks his ankle walking down the stairs every time, it does feel like it's snapped every single time.
Yeah, but when you actually hurt your ankle, you would not be able to play in an NBA game 3 days later. He looks like he's going to play. Is that game tonight or tomorrow?
I also don't have the NBA. Yeah, they play the Suns tonight.
I know.
I don't even think he's is he? Have they said officially that he's playing?
I think they said he was probable.
Did you see him working out?
No.
He looked fine. he was doing. Yeah. He's game time decision.
Maybe it's possible he just got scared of that's what I think to guys a lot is you feel your ankle go one way and you get scared if something happens, but whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna. I can roast him for other things. I'm not gonna roast him for over exaggerating.
I mean, we're playing the Suns. Bradley Beal What a swindle of the century, dude. When was the last time he played a basketball game? It feels like.
I think he's played a lot of games this year. He's just been horrible.
Dude, so ass.
He's played 48 games. That's a lot for him, I guess.
You good on NBA?
Yeah, we'll have more
M-
in the next couple weeks.
MLB. Opening day tomorrow. What's that
Yep.
jersey? Polar Pete? Is he still on the Mets?
Yeah, we got the Lindor jersey. Saving the Soto jersey. For
Who is
tomorrow,
that?
Obviously. Who is Lindor?
Yeah. Almost got you. Almost got you. Baited.
So what time do the Red Sox play? Do you know?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
Yeah, you're just thinking about
Oh. I don't know. It's probably during the day, I guess. I don't know.
it. It's 3 tomorrow.
Huge against the Rangers. The Rangers are supposed to be better this season, right?
Yeah, they had a strange year last year where everyone underperformed or got worse after a World Series season. So I think they're going to be back to being one of the better teams in the league. Is
The
DeGrom
Sox are
pitching
supposed to
that
be pretty good.
game? No, DeGrom's not pitching that game. Yeah, the Sox are going to be very good.
I just saw Devers DH instead of third base, and Bregman's going to play third base.
Yeah, that's
Thank God. It was inevitable, right?
Yeah, I mean, once they announced that they're obviously a guy that you know, their top prospect Christian Campbell. Once it was announced that he made the opening day roster, he's a second baseman. That's the only place that Bregman can play other than third, and so obviously that meant Bregman at third and Devers at first base or DH. I mean, it's the best move for the team. It makes the most sense. It's kind of weird to have a guy making $35 million only as
Yeah.
DH, but he's a very good hitter, and it just makes their team better.
How you feel about the Mets? What other? Wait, first, what kind of stuff we got? Who's going to win the World Series this year? And against who?
I'm gonna not pick the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers are gonna win, but I'll just go with another option.
No, pick the Dodgers. Pick the Dodgers.
All right, I have the Dodgers over the Red Sox.
I have the Red Sox over the Mets.
All right, bro.
You guys are going to knock them off. Wait, you had the
Yeah,
Red
I
Sox
have-
in the World Series? I did too.
I think so. I don't know if they're the best team in the AL, but the AL's pretty weak. They have a lot of like the young juice. You know how I feel about Crochet. I think he's gonna win Cy Young and be one of the best players in the American
Crotchet?
League. He's so good.
His name is Crochet, not Crotchet?
Yeah, they have
That's too bad.
not
That's a
extending
hit
him-
on his aura.
Not extending him is a mistake because he's about to put up an insane season, and they're gonna probably have to give him double the amount that they were gonna have to give him if they extended him now. But I mean, I get it. He's been injured, so they probably want to see him stay healthy for a whole year.
So,
He's very good.
who's going to be our best player? Devers?
Sox?
What about that
Probably
guy? What about
Your
the
best hitter,
Roman?
Roman Anthony. We'll see when he
He's
comes up.
nice.
If he
He is
if he
nice.
starts the season, I'm assuming he'll start in AAA with Marcelo Mayer, the other top prospect. If they both start
What?
high,
We're not even going to play him? Oh my
No.
God, the starting pitcher for the Rangers.
it will
Nasty
be
Nate, are you
revenge
kidding me?
game.
Dude, what a goat. What a fucking legend. I love that guy.
Yeah. But yeah, I think if Anthony and Mayer have strong starts to the season, the Red Sox are relatively weak at shortstop, and they have a spot in the outfield if they need to. So I think there's an easy path to move them up pretty quick.
Christian Campbell, he's a rookie,
Yeah.
right? He's
I was
nice.
talking about him. He's a second baseman.
Oh,
he's
sorry,
starting on
sorry.
the opening day roster, whereas
Yeah,
Anthony and
yeah, I
Mayer
see
are
that,
starting
yeah.
in AAA. But yeah, they're definitely one of the most exciting teams with those three guys. Plus, I mean, they have Bregman and Devers, and see what Casas can do. And
Wait, what does it
He'll
mean,
be good.
DD? Is that day to day?
for who?
Casas?
I'm assuming so.
Yeah, it's got to
Day
be.
to day. I'm sure he's fine.
Apparently. Yoshida is just ass.
He's trash. They gotta
What a shame.
get rid of him.
We were excited.
Yeah, he's horrible.
Our quarterbacks. Our pitchers aren't very good, are they? Like Giolito, he's ass. Walker
He's
Buehler,
hurt,
isn't he
too.
70 years old? Belo's hurt too. Bello?
Bueller's 30, but he's like he came off Tommy John last year and was absolutely terrible. But then he was really good in the postseason, so that's kind of a TBD. I don't think he's going to be very good, but we'll see.
I like Houck.
Houck is good, and Crochet Houck had a really bad spring, so keep an eye on that. But Houck and Crochet is a very good one too. And they
Bello has good starts sometimes.
Yeah, Bello could be good.
He's hurt though.
Bueller could be good. Giolito could be good. They have options, but it is thin. So if one or two of those guys doesn't work out, they could be a prime candidate to trade for someone at the deadline, a starting pitcher. But I think their division, it's a good division for sure. But there's no team I don't think is going to run away with it. So I definitely see them being in a position at the deadline to where they're going to want to be buying and trading for guys rather than selling off veterans.
Nice.
Because it's
That's hype. So, that is exciting.
They're good. They're going to be good. You should watch.
Okay. I will. What about, any other national podcast news? Or wait, you didn't even say about the Mets. Are you going to be good?
Yeah, Mets are good. The Mets have an extremely good offense. Obviously, they have
I got the Phillies winning the division.
I think I have the Braves, but we'll see.
I got Phillies, then Braves.
Three are good. All three are very, very good. Yeah, you do.
Pirates might make a run. Pirates might make a run.
So I see you Phillies, Braves, Mets, but you have Mets losing in the World Series.
Magic.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
Didn't you guys almost make the World Series last year? And you guys
were third last year in the division. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
But yeah, we'll be okay. We have very good offense, especially like our top six in our lineup is about as good as it gets. Our rotation is questionable, but we also had a questionable rotation last year, and everything seemed to work out fine. So I trust that the guys that we brought in will be good. But yeah, I'm excited. It'll be a fun season. The start of a 15-year run with Juan Soto is going to be good.
That's exciting. That's no disrespect to you, and it's probably of more value to you, but that's how I feel right now with Ben McCollum as the Iowa head coach. But genuinely,
that's good.
You can't see that? It's exciting. And I'm happy. I'm happy that we're both feeling this.
Yeah, the fact that I'm going to be.
Are you excited as an Iowa Hawkeye fan?
Yeah, I'm a big fan. We're getting my boy Ben
Sturts. He's nice. I know you watched the tape.
He looked good.
Dude.
He looked very good.
He is nice.
He looks like the classic guy who's like on a 9 seed in the tournament next year and knocks off a 1 seed with a buzzer beater and does some like crazy celebration. So I've seen the vision, except he's going to go to draft, so it doesn't matter. But
so you don't think he's going to play this final year?
I don't know.
Why would he go through all these? Yeah, I guess there's
I saw him 10th in a mock draft, which is
what?
Yeah.
He's like a friend. What? That's crazy.
I know.
That would be insane. Wow. He is just so nice, though. He's Larry Curry.
But yeah, MLB. We'll see how much we talk about MLB. I know Lewis will be.
I will. If we start off good. If we win Thursday,
I think you will. I think you're going to start off good.
I'll watch. How do I watch? Is it on ESPN?
I don't know if you guys are on National tomorrow.
Why would we not, bro? We're the greatest. Victory Plus
on ESPN.
What kind of? That's like FanDuel Network. What is Victory Plus, man? Streaming has been bugging for me recently, man.
I know.
How about you?
It's all been bad.
It's fucked. What is?
Luckily, my dad buys MLB TV Mets package, so.
Oh, nice. That is nice.
Mooch off that.
Dude, I am excited for this. This is the draft. Yeah. I mean, I kind of already did, but NFL team, just skill position players, comprised of NBA players, current NBA players. We're going to do a draft, and we're going to try and do this once a week, a draft of certain things, as I said. And I don't know, how do you want to decide who gets the first pick? We'll alternate, but what do you want to do for the first one? Here, I'm holding a number up behind my back. If it's even or no, we could just do heads and tails. Look at that. Mine and pie.
Oh, classic. Shout out pie.
Yeah,
Hit me up if you want to get in my network.
Dude, I will. I'm already in. You want to do heads or tails? Call it.
Tails. I'll take tails.
Fuck. I'll take tails. No, what do you want?
I got tails.
Fuck. Can I take tails?
Sure.
No, you got tails.
All right, I got
heads or tails? It's heads. Just right. Got you. Wait. Video evidence.
I heard it.
Video evidence. So I get the first pick?
Yeah, so just to...
I can defer, but I'm going to go with the first pick.
Yeah. We're taking 1 quarterback, 1 running back, 2 wide receivers, and 1 tight end.
Oh, yeah. These are the stipulations I had. Some questions.
Yes.
Is it like fantasy? Could we make the wide receiver 2 a flex? So maybe I could draft 2 tight ends?
No.
What? Why, bro?
Because like it's modern NFL. You're not running two tight ends on the field.
Dude.
Just I think whoever it is, you can put him at wide receiver. Or I'm just gonna take
No,
whoever
I
you want.
can.
So.
Oh, fuck. Well, I'm. Alright, yeah. Yeah. Actually, I'll be fine.
Yeah,
I'll be
you'll be
fine.
all right. I really hope you don't fuck me over here. Because I have one guy.
So this isn't
here,
interesting. This isn't interesting. If it's the guy that I think you're talking about, then I disagree.
Okay.
But if it's the guy that I'm about to take
Then you agree? Okay.
for quarterback,
Yep.
and this is kind of lame, I'm
Yep.
going to take Jalen Suggs.
Okay. I mean, he's on my list. He was not my number
I
one.
just don't know who else to quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Who
got
do you
one,
have?
but yeah.
Fuck. Who did you get? Who did you get?
Well, I'm not taking quarterback first because now
I know.
I'm worried.
But I want to see who you got. Who you got that I was going to fuck you over.
Oh, well, before we get there, Suggs is good. He was, what is he, like an All-American in high school, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's an easy pick. All right, I have another.
It's just I feel like
Star.
for the quarterback position,
Yeah.
lacking.
Yeah, and I guess we maybe should have stipulated the rules of like, are we looking for like guys with actual football pass, or are we just like looking for guys to translate? But it doesn't matter. Either way is good. All
Also, and one other stipulation question. We get them in their prime athleticism, correct? Or you get them current?
I don't know. I have multiple guys on my list that are not currently in their prime in athleticism.
We'll discuss as it comes up. Just take your pick.
Yeah. All right. With my first pick at the running back position, I'm taking Anthony Edwards. Running back in high school, was heavily recruited, according to my Twitter search.
Yeah.
And he's obviously got like the burst. He can make guys miss. I think he's the perfect like running back build too. I mean, I could Google that, but I imagine he's a very similar build to like Derrick Henry.
Yeah. I had him as a wide receiver and a quarterback, actually. If you took Suggs, I was going to take him as a quarterback.
Yeah, and it's 6'4", 225. So Derrick Henry's about 6'4", 240. So give him a couple burgers in the offseason. I think he's going to be prime ready to hold down my position and handle a big workload. So that's my guy there.
That's a good pick. I did have him as a. Yeah, okay. I'll take.
Before you go, I think
we
wide
have
receiver
to.
is where we're going to vary a lot because I think there's so many options, especially with.
I think we have to
players.
say right now if we get them in their prime or not. I'm fine doing it just normal, just how they are right now. We play next season.
I think we play. Yeah, right now.
We're playing this game in this fall with these real people.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna take Zion at tight end.
Oh. Okay.
I was between him and Braun at tight end.
Zion on the board for tight end and for running back as a backup option to Ant.
He's too big for a running back. I think he's a fullback.
Probably, yeah. It's a good. It's the best tight end pick probably. I mean, we'll see if I go Braun or someone else later, but.
I had another tight end pick.
That is a very good pick.
But now I might audible and make him a wide receiver. But go ahead. Wait, so right now, I got Suggs, QB, Zion, tight end.
Where do I go here? All right, so I have Anthony Edwards in my running back position. I'm not just gonna wait on a position because you've already taken it. I'm just gonna take who I think is the best available guy.
Oh, I'm.
You're
waiting. Yeah.
All right. Then at wide receiver, I'm gonna go with Zach LaVine.
Oh, didn't have him on my board, but it's a good pick.
I think he's got the perfect frame for it.
I think I got someone who's better.
Okay, we'll see.
Who's the same?
I think that he just I don't know. I just can imagine him being kind of like that Justin Jefferson type, smooth, silky movements. He's got the 6'5" height. He could definitely go up and get it. Obviously, we see the greatest dunk contest performance of all time. So I think he's going to be a perfect guy to complement Edwards as my top two playmakers in my offense. So that's my wide receiver pick. Number one.
So now that you say that, I did have him. I had him number 2. On my big board.
My second receiver. Just get ready.
Well, now I'm going to draft my wide receiver that is not who I had number 1, but I don't think you're going to take.
Okay.
I'm going to take Kawhi Leonard. He's small. I know. But this is why I wanted to do 2 tight ends.
Okay. He was your other guy for tight end.
Yeah. My point is that he is going to catch every single ball.
Does have some gargantuan hands.
He'll catch every single ball. He's a little bit too slow, but I don't care. With the other guy that I team up with him,
Yeah, but what if I just draft Marcus Smart to go for his knees and all of a sudden he's out for the season?
dude, we're not doing defense. That's a different draft,
I
brother.
know, I know. That's next week.
That's next week.
All right,
All right.
so far you've got quarterback Suggs, you've got tight end Zion, you've got wide receiver Kawhi.
Yeah.
Your team's missing half the season with injuries, but that's fine.
Injuries
I've
are
got
turned off.
durable running back Anthony Edwards and definitely not durable wide receiver Zach LaVine. Can we call a potential audible and move to? Okay, let's make a compromise here. I'll let you keep Kawhi at tight end as second tight end, but let's do 2 wide receivers and a flex.
My big board is not that
No,
deep.
no, I think you'll be fine.
Dude.
Basically,
Okay. Fine. So I get two.
Receiver,
So Kawhi's like my flex, basically.
Yeah, Kawhi can be your flex.
Okay, fine.
With that?
I'm fine with that. Okay. Wait.
At wide
Okay.
receiver 2, I gotta look up how tall this guy is just to make sure it's gonna play. All right, at wide receiver 2, I am gonna go with De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah. I'm surprised you. What the? I just looked up the guy that I'm thinking about for my wide receiver too. His height, it says 4'11". He's an NBA player. It says 4'11".
I think Fox has got again like he's that skinny like slim.
Yeah, I'm surprised you went for 2 silky
fine.
smooths. I'm surprised especially you went for Fox over the guy that I'm gonna take.
I've got one more that's definitely not a silky smooth, and I don't think we're gonna take him, but we'll see. But yeah, anyways, Fox, I think he's kind of got that like Devonta Smith build on the outside. I think he's gonna come down with it. We know he's got bounce. He's super shifty, one of the fastest guys in the league. I think that's a good compliment for Levine. So
I'll take the guy.
I got Ant,
Yeah.
Levine, and Fox.
I'll take the guy as my wide receiver 1, who you should have just taken if you're still gonna go with the silky smooth. I'm taking Ja. What?
God, your team is gonna miss.
Dude, that's not the point of the game, bro.
Ja's good pick.
Ja was my wide receiver 1.
Anymore. Okay, I don't know if he got that athleticism anymore, but
But Levine does? No. Go.
Ja's 174. I don't know. I think he's gonna get.
Dude, how much does Devonta Smith weigh?
170.
All right, go.
It's a good pick. I think
It is a good pick.
Maybe I would take him over Fox, but I definitely would take Levine over him. But yeah, it's a good pick.
Yeah,
All
Levine was number 2. They were close.
Which way do I want to go with the quarterback?
Oh, there we go.
You know, I'm gonna hold on to quarterback still. For my third wide receiver in my flex position, I'm gonna go with the three-peat king himself, Mac McClung.
Is he an NBA player?
He's on a 2-way.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Has he been in an NBA game this year?
He's played in 2 games. There you go.
That's lame. All right, that's fine.
You want me to
I think that's a
switch?
shitty. No. I think it's a bad pick.
All right, I'm switching it. You don't
No, dude. You can't rescind picks. I'm not disavowing it.
Oh, okay.
I just think it's a bad pick.
All right, there's no way he's bad. He's an insane athlete. He's obviously like his hand-eye coordination is about as good as he gets in the NBA based on what we've seen in the dunk contest. And obviously, I've watched his extensive D League highlights. He's a dog. He's got insane bounce, which will help him a lot. Hurdling defenders, hurdling all of your injured players when they tear their ACLs in the way to tackle him. And I think, yes, I'm not missing that kind of like big body jump ball wide receiver, but that's kind of out of style anyway in the NFL right now. McClung and Fox will probably alternate a little bit in my slot wide receiver position, and I think my core is about as shifty, athletic.
How do you know Mac McClung is quick at all?
Athleticism translates.
No, did not. Okay.
I saw him in college. He was insane.
Was he?
Pretty good. Texas Tech and Georgetown.
And Georgetown.
Right? Yeah. Dude, he's averaging 25 and 6 in the G League. That's better than Bronny.
Whoa, easy down, boy. Come on. All right,
well,
your team, whatever. Your team is good. I think both their teams are good. You're just shitting on my team, but I'm not gonna go down to your level.
You don't have that competitive spirit.
My wide receiver. All right, my tight end so far, I got Braun and Kawhi, or Zion and Kawhi. My one receiver, Ja.
Mm-hmm.
He's my wide receiver 1. My wide receiver 2, Donovan Mitchell.
That's good.
What, you hate the pick?
No, I like that one.
Oh, good. Thanks. Okay. So now what? It's just quarterback, and I have one more running back, and you need another tight end.
Tight end, and you have running back. That's it.
Wait, who was your first tight end? Oh, you had 3 flex
receivers. Yeah. Because I'm playing football in 2025. You're playing in Iowa in 1967.
Dude, I will win some games with Zion and Kawhi at tight end. Zion, dude, you're never gonna get a rush off with Zion blocking, bro. He's gonna eat your ass.
Tight end. I wanted to go with Braun because, obviously that's what everyone talks about, Braun being insane tight end. But I don't want to be basic, and I got to show out for my squad. Hold on, I'm looking up one thing really quick.
I think I might have fucked up, but that's okay.
I am going to take at my tight end position, OG Anunoby. Shout out Knicks. I think he's perfect build. He's got that kind of the same LeBron build. I think he's a very prolific dunker. He's almost leading the league in dunks with non-centers this year. So we know he can jump and go get the ball like tight ends need to. He's quick and he's insane short area quickness for someone his size. I think he could block pretty well considering his defense is about as good as it gets on the wing in the NBA. And I got to show out for my squad. So OG Anunoby starting tight end. I think he could be a dog.
Dude,
all right, you got running back.
Yeah, I know. I kind of fucked myself because I was going to do this because I was thinking prime. But I think it still might play. Let me just see. I'm going to look at this NBA standings and look at these teams and see if I randomly think of someone.
You want me to take my quarterback first so you can...
yeah, I guess because it's a different... Yeah. Wait. Yeah,
I don't think either of these guys are going to be guys you're going to take.
Yeah, I'll pass.
All right, so with my offense, having 3 receivers, tight end is probably a good offensive threat. I want someone who can really just deliver the ball on time to the right spot. Someone with pretty good size who can see over the line, all that stuff. I'm going Luka Doncic as my quarterback.
So I had him on my big board, but then I just thought, he can't throw. He doesn't know how to throw a football.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
True or false?
It doesn't matter though.
True or false?
I don't know. Never seen it. You ever seen?
Yeah. I have.
I was going to say Suggs, but
Suggs?
Yeah. Anyways, I think he's obviously with the ball in his hands. He's a maestro. He's got insane vision. I think he would be able to lead open all my insanely athletic wide receivers down the field, past all your injured guys. And
dude, you can't keep bringing this. This is not part of the thing. I also thought about Trae Young. For a quarterback.
He can't see over the line. Plus, one hit, he's out for the season too.
Dude. Trae Young is 6'3", though.
I don't believe that, though. Do you believe that?
I don't know. I've never stood next to him. Which he would, if he is 6'3", he'd be 1 inch or so taller than me.
Yeah.
That's how I would know. Yeah, I'll take this. I'll do this pick. I'm going to take Russ at running back.
Okay. I still think it's a good pick, even now.
Yeah, I do too. All right. Say your team.
So I have...
Make a graphic. Have Max make a graphic.
Yeah. Max, if you're listening, get on this. I got Luka Doncic at quarterback. Just kind of about as good as it gets as a field general. He's not going to be scrambling very much, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We got Anthony Edwards at running back. He's going to take the big workload. We got receiver trio. We got Zach LaVine and De'Aaron Fox on the outside with three-time dunk contest champion Mac McClung in the slot.
Yeah, a dude who's not even athletic enough, or not good enough, skilled enough to be in.
Better stats than Bronny. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, that's fucked up.
And then I got OG Anunoby at tight end.
That OG at tight end is. That's just the most homer pick I've ever seen. Quarterback, Jalen Suggs. We've all seen it. Running back, Russell Westbrook. We all know it. Running the dual tight end setup. I got Zion Williamson, probably in most people's big boards of this, probably number 1 in most people's big boards. I got him for value at number 3.
No LeBron, by the way, is crazy for either of us.
Yeah, it is. Even now, the prime got me, but still, even now.
Yeah.
My other tight end, Kawhi, dude, he's gonna catch every single ball. My wide receivers, John Morant and Donovan Mitchell. That's a good fucking team.
Again, not even making fun of you anymore, but it's actually crazy how coincidentally you drafted like all of the most
I
interesting
didn't even
players.
mean to. I wasn't even thinking about it. I wasn't even thinking about it. Yeah, there. Yeah, this team would be. Wait, let's see. Wait, Suggs is always hurt too, right?
Yeah, he's hurt right now.
So it's pretty much just Westbrook doesn't get hurt that much.
No, and Donovan doesn't get hurt. But you
Yeah.
got
So it's
Ja,
Demon.
Kawhi, and Zion.
So I got West. I got a running back and a wide receiver too.
Yeah.
That's hype.
Yeah.
You got a bad take?
You go first. You had one.
Don't be mad at me. Don't shoot the messenger, okay? You guys are trading Cat.
Okay. Do we want to do? I can do this right now if you want to.
Yeah.
So I've had this theory for a couple months now that if you look at what we traded for Cat, it was essentially an expiring contract of Julius Randle that we didn't want to. We weren't going to extend
No.
anyways. Plus DiVincenzo, who is obviously valuable, and like a first-round pick that is not super relevant right now for Cat. Amazing trade for sure. It also, to me, signals more of a necessity trade rather than a we really want Cat in our team trade. And I think there's a path where the playoffs, specifically the series against the Celtics, goes so poorly, especially for him, because it's a bad matchup for him,
It is.
where he becomes the guy on the chopping block. And
That's a good take.
if you look at some of the guys that could be available soon, because I don't think we're just going to trade Cat for like a couple role players. If we're going to trade Cat, it's going to be for another top 25 player who we think better fits our team. And
Who? Give me two guys.
So I think the two guys that at least a lot of Knicks fans talk about most would be Kevin Durant, which I'm not on board for because he's a lot older, and
He might be a Celtic.
He's not a center. I don't think it makes a lot of sense. The guy that is most talked about is Giannis. Now,
He's a Celtic.
Cat for Giannis, obviously, we would have to give up more, and we don't really necessarily have a lot more to give up right now. But if the Bucks talk themselves into, we don't have control of our draft picks, we want to just get the best player we possibly can, similar to how the Lakers did that for Davis. Again, whether or not that was the right move, we can debate. I think there's a world where we trade Cat plus everything else that we could possibly trade, second-round picks, young players, etc., for Giannis or a player who's a better fit, who's of that higher caliber. We're obviously not going to trade Brunson. He makes a lot more. I don't really think it makes as much sense to trade OG, even though he makes more, but it's just kind of like it's a better fit. So I like your bad take. I like Cat a lot. I think he's a good fit on our team, but I don't think they're married to him.
What package would you give up? What does a Giannis package look like?
I don't know. I mean, if they just want like the draft pick package, we obviously can't do that. We gave the draft pick package up for Bridges, but if they wanted like, we drafted two guys in the first round last year, and
Dude, you would throw in Bridges, right? Bridges. Oh
probably.
My gosh.
I mean,
dude.
yeah. I don't think they would.
Yes.
I would.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I just think that maybe the Bucks are like, we just want to get back the best player we could possibly get back. They convince themselves some like Dame Cat thing would be feasible to stay competitive. I don't know. I don't think it would happen. I don't think we're going to get Giannis, but I do think that if there was a opportunity to acquire a player similar to or better than Giannis, similar or better than Cat, they would not hesitate to give him up in that situation. So
Yeah.
It's a good bad take. It's one I think about almost every time I watch us play. So
Yeah. Okay. Give me your bad take. You can't just piggyback off mine, brother.
I'm not. I'm thinking. I think I see always my bad takes. They tend to fall in like similar. Like I feel like I have similar takes about similar players week to week. So I'm gonna try and come up with something a little different and MLB based. My bad take.
I'll be the judge of this.
Is that the Philadelphia Phillies missed the playoffs because of their regressing and aging roster.
Yep, I had him coming in number 4 in that at least.
I
Okay.
think that almost all of their important players are on the wrong side of 30. No, I don't think that. I know that. Their youngest everyday starter is, I believe, 28 years old, and it's only one below the age of 30. They have been very lucky with injuries over the past couple of years. They have multiple guys that I could see heavily regressing, and they're in an extremely tough division and an extremely tough league. They don't, compared to the other two teams in their division, they don't have the top end talent. Obviously, the Phillies are known for having these like star players. They don't have the like upper echelon star players that the Mets and the Braves have with Lindor and Soto, obviously, and then Acuna and Strider and that group of players.
You guys have a
So
Acuna?
Nope.
I thought you just said.
The
Oh, I
Braves.
see.
I'm talking about the Braves.
I see. I see.
And obviously the Dodgers, we know what they have. So I just think there's a world where this goes a little bit. Trey Turner regresses a little, and Kyle Schwarber regresses a little, and Castellanos regresses a little, and all of a sudden,
But not is Harper still him?
yeah, Harper's not included in this. He's still.
I got you. I'm just wondering. I didn't. Yeah.
And I just think that maybe they win 84 games or 86 games, and the NL is so competitive that they miss the playoffs. So that's my hot take. I don't believe in them as much as I believe in the bounce back from the Braves and from what the Mets are doing.
All right. Hey man, great job today. You killed it. You had a great bad take. Your team sucks. No, it doesn't suck. But you should for the poll put whose team would win.
Yeah, we will, and we'll have we'll get some sort of graphic or some sort of social media post made with our teams or draft to let you guys know what you if the torn ACL squad beats.
Whoa, dude, that is so. Injuries are turned off in my fantasies. I know you root for injuries. Personally, I just turn
I do that. I would never do that. I really hope Dame comes back like as early as Saturday. Even.
What about Friday? What about tomorrow?
No, I mean it's just BC. He should take a few days at least.
He should take a couple of days.
You got to get to the weekend.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, fair enough. Hey, great week or great job this week, man. That's
back next week with a new draft. We'll probably have a name for the segment next week. Comment below if you have some ideas for a draft name.
Yeah. Hey, just keep it up, man. Awesome. See you, man.
Peace.